Hi guys, today we are solving the second maze problem of May Elite Code Challenge, and the problem is a hard problem, and we'll see why is it a hard problem. The problem statement says that there are n different online courses numbered from 1 to n. You are given an array courses where courses I contains the duration and the last day of that particular ith location course. As it is said. So we have to take the course continuously for that particular duration, and this is the last day to complete that particular course. You will start on the first day and you cannot take more than 2 courses simultaneously. Return the maximum number of courses that you can take. Okay, so let's see the example to understand it better. The input in the course's multidimensional array is given as 100, as this should be the course duration, and 200, this should be the last day to complete this particular course. So to complete this much duration, we need at least 100 days. So on the 101st day, we are ready to take up the next course. So we can add 1 to our answer, and then we move on to the next course. Next, we can take this course, as we can start on the 101st day, and if we add this to it, then we are ready to take the next course on 1101st day. That should be the right thing to do, because if we take this course as our next course on 101st day, then we won't have enough duration to cover up these two. So as we need to return the maximum number of courses, we take up this course first and then we take up this course. And so the output is 3. Now moving on to the second example, the course duration is 1 day and the last day to finish is on the second day, but we can finish this in 1 day itself, so we return 1. Here both of these courses have different durations. Let's see, the first needs 3. The duration is in the first place, yeah, so the duration is 3 and the last day to finish it is 2. So that is not possible because we cannot complete a 3-day course in a 2-day duration. So we don't consider this, and in the second case also the same possibility. So we return the output as 0. As we can see the constraints. Now let's try to solve this. There are many ways to solve it, and we are going to solve it using priority. So let's get started. We will sort our array first, array of courses, using comparators, because we need to sort it according to the last day, not according to the duration. So we'll use a comparator a comma b, where a of 1 minus b of 1. This means we are sorting it according to the last day, not the duration. Now we make a priority queue. Let's call this PQ. Equals to new priority queue. Again, in this we need a comparator because we need to sort it again. We need to make a heap. So that is why we are using it. Now moving on to the actual coding part. What we're going to do is we are going to store the time taken as in one variable called time, and then we are going to check if time plus duration is less than last date. If that is true, then we push it into the priority queue and check further. We do that in the further parts. Let's try to code it first. For int, let's say C in courses. This means we are taking up the first part of the courses array into C. Not the first part, basically the one pack of array. That means not back exactly, but one array, which is 100 and 200 in the first iteration. Now we move on. We'll check if time plus C of 0 is less than or equal to C of 1, which means we are checking the condition here that time duration plus duration should be less than or equal to the last day. If this is true, then we add it to PQ. And we increment time, because as we are taking up that course into consideration, that means if we are taking the first course will get over on the 100th day, and we can start on the new course on 101st day. So that is why we need to add it in the variable time. Now moving on, if that is not the case, we check if not PQ dot is empty, which means if the priority queue is not empty and priority queue's first element, whichever is popped out first, is greater than C of 0, then we take time as C of 0 minus PQ dot poll, which means we are taking out that particular time, we are taking out that duration, and we are subtracting it from the poll. That means whatever is in the priority queue, and we are subtracting it and adding it to the time variable, because that is how much time would be taken up next. So we will add this again to our priority queue, C of 0. Now what is left to do is just to return. What we need to return is the number of courses possible. So we need to return the size of PQ. So you will return PQ dot size. Let's see if this works. Shorthand operators. Okay, so there must be some error. Let's try to solve it. So I figured out the problem. I was doing poll here instead of peak. Poll means we are removing it from the priority queue already, and then we are adding the next value, whatever is present in this. So in peak, we are just peaking the top value instead of just removing it. So if we try to run this code, we get our answer. Yeah, and let's try to submit it. A solution is accepted. I'm sorry for a few glitches, but I think I'll get the hang of it again after a few days. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow.